Hello, everybody. My name is Emily Moss, and I am a board member for WASB. And I am here today with composer Carl Holmquist, who recently had a composition titled You Belong Here as a part of our fourth WASB International Composition Contest. He was in category 2, which is grades 3 and 4 compositions. And we're here to talk with him a little bit about himself and the composition itself. Welcome, Carl.
Thank you, Dr. Moss. It's a pleasure to be here and to be interviewed for this. It was a tremendous honor to hear that the piece was selected as a finalist for the WASB contest, and thrilled to get a chance to talk with you today.
Excellent. Let's start by, how about you just tell me a little bit about your background and how you came to be a composer?
Sure. So I'll start with what I do right now, and then I'll go kind of to the beginning and catch up to where I am now. So I am the band director at the H.B. Woodlawn Secondary Program in Arlington, Virginia. I teach 6th through 12th grade, concert band, jazz band, music theory, and I enjoy getting a chance to continue composing. So this was a journey that started a long time ago. I was born in Mayaguez, Puerto Rico, but my parents are both from Minnesota. My mom went to Gustavus, my dad went to St. Olaf, and they transplanted to New Jersey through their jobs in post-secondary education. So I grew up in Lawrenceville, New Jersey. I sang in church choirs, took piano lessons, got involved in trumpet, just everything you could imagine as a young kid making music. But I started really trying to think of myself as a creator of music when I was pretty young, taking piano lessons. My piano teacher had this MIDI sequencer, and so I would kind of think about my favorite movie soundtracks and layer the tracks over tracks and things like that. So just got interested in kind of making my own music. In high school, that went further. My high school band director, steered me towards Finale, notation software, and I would just experiment, go to town with Finale, and then I wrote a piece for the high school band, and then realized during high school that I wanted to major in music. I wanted to be a band director. So my attention got steered to St. Olaf College. My dad went to St. Olaf. He played in the St. Olaf band as well. And so I had a tremendous 4 years there playing in the St. Olaf band, doing jazz ensembles, taking all the music coursework. And that was a place that just where the creative energy and the support for new music was just unbelievable. And so I'd write some music for brass quintet, for the St. Olaf band eventually. And then fast forward a little bit to after we graduate, I wrote a piece that the Minnesota Symphonic Winds had a chance to perform at Midwest. It's called Play. And so that got published, and it kind of made its way out there into the band world.
I've programmed that piece. It's wonderful.
Yeah,
love it.
Thank you. And so that's sort of the spark that led to getting a chance to do more collaborations and work with various ages of ensembles and doing some guest conducting and honor bands and commissions. And so it's just been super fun. I love being a composer. I guess it's kind of my alter ego. I've learned from a lot of composer conductors, Timothy Marr and Mark Camphouse, just to name a couple. And so it's just a fun way to be involved with music, to get a chance to work with ensembles, but then to get a chance to, create and come up with the music that they're going to play as well.
That's great.
So
I bet
yeah.
your students really enjoy knowing that aspect of you as well. Would you please tell us a little bit about the composition that was a finalist for us, You Belong Here?
Sure. So You Belong Here was actually commissioned by the Glenbrook North High School band program. They are just a remarkable program in the Chicago suburbs, and they are co-taught by Alex Baxmeyer, who is also a St. Olaf alum, and Daniel Briggs. And when learning about their program, it was just apparent that they run this thing with a tremendous culture, like a super amazing culture of support and positive energy and enthusiasm, making band a home really for all types of students. And they've been written up about this like in their local paper. So like it's awesome. It's really a powerful thing that they have going. So we wanted to do a commission together. So I wanted to think of something that would try to highlight that, just how band can be something that can um, be a welcoming place for any type of musician, any type of player. So I started to think of a piece that could explore kind of the variety of band kids that are out there, and then just kind of bring them together, kind of celebrating at the end. So the piece introduces kind of a meandering theme in the beginning, and then it undergoes some variations and kind of a contrasting theme that comes in. But I just tried to explore some different sounds and different styles, and then kind of blend it all together at the end of the piece. And so they did a really awesome job premiering it. And I was thrilled to hear that it was going to be performed at the WASB conference in Brazil. I wish I could have been there for many reasons,
Yeah.
because it'd be fun to go to Brazil. But so it was a tremendous honor, and I think the piece came off pretty well. So I'm excited for the future that it can have.
Yeah, excellent. So if a conductor were planning to program this work, any words of advice or things you'd like them to know about preparing the work?
Sure. I think one thing that comes to mind is that I love to think along the lines of having an ensemble, and I work with an ensemble like this every day, where there are some very strong players in there, and then there are some players that don't have as much experience, and so I want to try to craft a piece that can be accessible, kind of technically, range wise, and things like that for a less experienced player, but also very engaging for a player who kind of is craving more of that
Hmm.
um, artistry, musical IQ, rhythmic vocabulary, counterpoint, something that can kind of inspire them to be excited about the music as well. And so I think this piece will accomplish that. I think there are some things in there in terms of the tempos and the rhythmic vocabulary, some compound meter and counterpoint that I think will be a good challenge for a strong musician. But I think it all lays pretty well in terms of the technique and the range demands and things like that. So yeah, and I know that there are many ensembles out there of different kinds, at secondary, at post-secondary community ensembles, where that kind of a piece is, of interest.
Yeah. Sounds like the piece has a lot of wonderful teaching tools, both musical and extra musical for a wide variety of ensembles. That's fantastic.
Yeah,
Um,
thank you.
yeah. What about any other interesting projects you're working on right now? Any compositions in the works?
Yeah, I've got a couple projects going for this academic year. One is for a high school in Iowa, for Kennedy High School in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Their conductor, Stephanie Williams, is a fabulous educator, and they did play actually last year. And so that
Ah,
was another example of,
yeah.
okay, you've done that one. And so now let's explore maybe something else. And so I'm writing a piece for them. I'm excited about it. The working title right now is called Dream of Fields, which is, a
Oh, fun. Yeah.
little Iowa baseball thing. I'm a big baseball fan.
Clever. Very clever.
So I'm excited about that. And then there's going to be a piece for the Bowling Green area community band.
Oh,
So in Bowling Green, Ohio, Tom Headley is the conductor of that group, and he's good friends with Timothy Marr.
mm,
So it's always been this fun journey of meeting people who are friends with good friends,
yeah.
and making those kinds of connections. And so I'll have a chance to go conduct that premiere with that group.
Oh, how
So
fun.
I'm excited for that for the spring.
Excellent.
But yeah, so it's great to keep the projects going as best as I can.
Well,
I'm a band director as well, and I've got a 13-year-old and 11-year-old son at home, so life is full, but it's great to keep writing as best as I can.
well, those sound like wonderful projects that we all can look forward to seeing them come to fruition in the coming months and years. If a conductor wanted to reach out to you to either do a Zoom session, bring you in to speak to the ensemble, what would be the best way to reach you, or is that something that you're interested in?
Yeah, certainly. Oh, most definitely. Bring it on. Bring it all on. So if you want to check out my website, it's carlholmquist.com. You'll be able to listen to and look at scores for different pieces. You can contact me through the website. Find me on Facebook and things like that too. It's kind of like where the band world comes together online. So I would love to, get a chance to collaborate with any and all who are out there, and just to meet you. And if you have a chance to listen to some music, I would be honored to have you do that.
Excellent. Carl, it's been so wonderful talking with you today, and thank you for bringing your expertise and music out into the world. We can't wait to see what else comes our way from you in the coming years. And best of luck this academic year.
All right. Thank you. And thank you to WASB as well. It's tremendous work that you're doing. And so it's an honor to have had the piece featured with that organization.
Our pleasure. Take care. Have a good day.
All right. Thank you.